the video game streaming system, the viewers are represented by two distinct groups: the gamers who provide walkthroughs and compete for wins, and the entertainers who provide nonsense and fun. These are the games of the Insomnia Squad. Doink Doink by Mike Post. Howdy folks, welcome back. Sorry for the delays. Yikes. I hate when that kind of thing happens. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this one is a little less, howdy, Swift. This one is a little more, a little more intensive in some cases, so I may not be able to interact quite as directly as I have been with Skyrim, but this is another open world map, sandbox kind of game that lets you go pretty much anywhere. There will be more quests, but this game has enough content for doing the quests to actually be kind of worthwhile. This is a first-person shooter, but it's also a role-playing game, so you have a skill tree to pick from and that kind of thing. I warn of violence, but well, if you've seen, yeah, you'll notice I have some characters here, but I'm going to start a brand new one for this particular stream. I'm hoping the music doesn't kick in because, you know, copyright stuff. It's a decent opening as far as the storyline and stuff, so let's switch that over.
But make no mistake, this is not a planet of peace and love. They say it's a wasteland, that it's dangerous, that only a fool would search for something of value here. Then perhaps I am a fool. But do not be fooled by what Pandora appears to be.
Yeah, I got the name of the planet right.
The legend of the vault.
Yup.
Would always go on about the vault, even with his dying breath.
Oh wait, does that mean the vaults are Pandora's boxes?
Fame, power.
It's kind of an interesting concept.
Why some little kiddos, weird stories, grow up to become vault hunters. Well,
I don't know if I'd be a vault hunter, but maybe I would be. I don't know.
And it is here on Pandora. And let's call it a guardian angel, appeared to guide the vault hunters to their prize. The tale begins
Full audio.
on Pandora with the brave vault hunters, the guardian angel, and most importantly, me.
Whoops. Cage the elephant rule. See, this part here I gotta kind of skip because of the music stuff.
Gather up your stuff. Who's getting off the bus?
So who should we be?
You with the sniper rifle and the crazy mask. You look like a Truxican wrestler. Moonlighting is a dumb and
Should we be
And you, soldier man. Are those
any of these?
from the crimson lance you're wearing? And
I've never played the Berserker or the Soldier. My personal favorite is Lilith. I've started with Mordecai, but I think I have him only at like level 5. So if anybody has any suggestions, feel free to speak up.
I've got some advice for all of you.
They all have different abilities. He comes with a turret.
Beat up on whatever you please until
Combat rifles and shotguns are his best, but
bandits or
my personal
but equipment you buy from
Uh,
Guaranteed.
I should
If you
still be
die,
able to.
you can't get your money back because you're dead. I kid.
Hang
No
on.
need to be
Give
so
me one
careful
second.
here. And if you're looking for the vaults, well, you're going to have your work cut out for you. So don't be afraid to spend what it takes to get the equipment you need. You listen to Marcos.
Does that help?
7 generations of merchants and I'm the best.
um,
Want to know why? 'Cause
okay.
I'm making it out here in this
Sniper rifles and revolvers. Explosive weapons in his fists. Incendiary shock and corrosive guns. Which pretty much covers everything. It's kind of why I like her style. But I'd be happy to play any one of these. Any suggestions, Swift? Since no one else seems to be in chat at the moment. And then if you need that permission again, I can drop it back into the chat there for you. I mean, any one of these, I'm willing to figure out which to go with. I know that on Borderlands 2, I've got a few of the other characters available in addition to the traditional 4. But I figured we'd start with the first one because that gives everybody a chance to kind of see what everything's all about as far as see the story from the start. No worries. I was just wondering which of these you might prefer to see played. Lilith is my favorite, but I'm willing to play any one of these. And since you seem to be the one person in chat, I figured I'd ask you. Also, please bear with me, folks. My usual setup is a little skewed because when Borderlands comes up to play, it shifts everything on my laptop like over, and it kind of messes with my view of what I'm used to seeing over here, including I can't see my own camera. It cuts that frame off, so I will do my best to try and Lilith? Yeah, we'll go with Lilith.
Don't be alarmed. I need you to stay calm and don't let on that anyone is talking to you.
I haven't played Telltale. I've watched a playthrough of it, but I haven't actually played that one yet. Also, I apologize for all the delays today. This past one, my oldest son had called. And, well, nothing personal, folks, but my kids will always come first.
Well, we're here. Don't worry about saying
Sukuya Nade, Bal Ularam.
doing this all again soon.
I love how I threw that up on the bot as well as that we start our streams with that. Even if perhaps only a small group of individuals might catch it. Yeah, this is more my kind of. Yeah, I know. Let's see. We're a 3-person operation currently, and one of those people isn't even here for most of the weekend. Oh, it's not gonna let me start grabbing stuff yet.
Welcome to Firestone. I am CL4PTP. You may call me by my locally designated name, Hot Trap.
For those who may be familiar with
Please accept
the Zelda games,
and heads-up display, provided free of charge by the Doll Corporation.
he's kind of like the the little fairy that runs around with you on Ocarina of Time, I think. Well,
I detect that your Echo device is fully functioning. This way, please.
I don't need the keyboard controls. I have a controller, thank you. Claptrap just gets a little annoying to me. We're doing our best, and we're... Oh, whoops. Okay, I gotta remember what the controls are, because with Skyrim, the jump is switched. And I've been playing Skyrim for so long that I keep trying to jump using the wrong button. And that's gonna be bad once I start having enemies coming at me. I still need to get a shield. Okay, so I better get myself used to getting my jumps again. This is more the kind of controls I use for... Okay. Not quite what I use for Call of Duty. Which, to be perfectly honest, when I play Call of Duty, I'm usually playing against zombies. Because even though when you play against zombies... Ooh. Piece of candy. Aw. Thought there was going to be something there. Yeah, I'm out of practice on a lot of games and stuff because, well, when you focus on tabletop, you have a tendency to kind of lose track of what's available as far as video games, and then you've got the let's see, what was the fairy's name on Ocarina of Time? Navi, I think it was. My biggest issue with Navi is Navi wouldn't shut up. Unfortunately, Claptrap is kinda worse. At least as far as that goes. Yeah, I love tabletop games. If you've ever played Pandemic, which I personally love because cooperative gaming rather than being all competitive and okay, me versus you guys kind of thing. When I was growing up, we spent most of our time playing like Trivial Pursuit or all kinds of board games, card games, and we spent more time getting to know each other and having fun than we did worrying about a lot of things. Oh, for me, it was years before I actually played Risk for the first time. What I played before that was Axis and Allies. And, well, it didn't take long before people stopped wanting to play Axis and Allies with me. At least if I ended up playing Germany's side. Okay. Yeah, I better get myself used to a pistol. Even though, for the most part, yeah, I kind of prefer the SMGs and the sniper rifles.
Step right up. This is the new use
The new me?
This device, your DNA profile is
What if I don't want a new me?
and stored. Please activate the new use station now.
Yeah, the strategy that I picked up for Axis and Allies was as Germany blitz Africa, thus once you control that, you could start putting factories up, and then go across to South America and build all the factories up there. Okay. Just 'cause it's more my style. We'll go with that one. Something a bit darker. Kind of like that. The purple stands out a little more. Yeah, let's see. The one Risk game I'd actually played was Lord of the Rings Risk, actually, which added in an element of the One Ring,
Now we can head into the peaceful town of Firestone. Right this way.
which kind of messed with things. Yeah, it was a trip. Whoops. Okay, so I gotta remember I don't use the joysticks to crouch anymore. Here come the bandits. Did somebody just blow themselves up? I believe it was based on the, it was like right after the films had come out or something. A friend of mine had gotten a hold of a copy of it. Okay. Now, me being the rogue that I am, I'm gonna circle around them. That box needs to go away. It's messing with my aim. Hehehe. Yes, I am definitely a rogue. When I tend to play games like this, and even Skyrim, I sneak most of the time, even if it does slow me down. But I did pick up the perk that lets me do that roll. Really, dude? From that far away? Can't wait till I reach. Oh. I'm so used to, I think Borderlands 2 was the last one I'd played. Maybe a little bit of the pre-sequel when we had the PS4 here. However, we were able to pick up the pre-sequel today thanks to a gift. And so if you happen to be watching, thank you for that. That will definitely allow us the chance to be able to play this through all the way. Oh, I completely forgot about the... I can shoot the barrels. Go away. Where'd that come from? Go where? What'd he say?
The box is awaiting your attention.
Oh, that one. That box. Ooh. Pretty.
That looks like it could do some damage. Okay, let's get this gate open.
I think I used to use variations regarding
This controller seems to be damaged.
books or TV shows that I had seen, and then
This isn't working.
I was given a name, and I started using that. Where? Oh. I was like, where'd you go, Claptrap?
I'm over here.
I know you're over here. I would have known you were over there, even if you hadn't said anything. Just making sure, 'cause Borderlands is known to hide Easter eggs all over the place. I know that from experience. Go away. Really? I always like some of the lines that they throw out. Although, strangely enough, this is one on the one hand, that's kind of cool. On the other, that could probably get annoying before too long. Yeah, I figure. For me, I don't know. It was always. Well, the weird thing is, up until last year, I really didn't know anything about D&D other than what I read in Dragonlance, and I never really understood quite how that how the rules and stuff worked. I mean, I had picked up some of the books and stuff as far as for D&D and gameplay and whatnot, various things. I always wanted to try Rifts, but I could never figure out any of the actual game rules for any of them. And if not for 5e and Matthew Mercer and them, I don't think I would have figured it out.
I'll contact you again soon.
It was weird because our first D&D game, every time the DM was sitting there going, what rule would work best for that? And just off of what I had learned from watching them on Critical Role, I would make suggestions and he would sit there and be like, you know what? That actually works. I wonder if that has part of the reason why I was just kind of shoved into the DM seat. I was like, well, I kind of have a world I'm working on. Okay, you're DM then. What now? And now we are starting a new campaign with that same starting town about a week or two later. No, I didn't. Uh, Cyberpunk. I don't think I've run across that system myself. Huh. I know you're over there, uh, um, Claptrap, but I'm taking care of other stuff first. 'Cause while most of this currently is Claptrap giving us the tutorial on how to play,
Attention citizen of Firestone! There is no cause for alarm! This new visitor...
and he called us all the way over there just to make an announcement that we're in town.
Damn bandits won't leave us alone. Had to lock the place up tight. I'll let you in. Come on. Damn it.
Blasted circuits are on the fritz.
Circuits are on the fritz again. Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
You'll notice that a new icon has a...
I don't think I've actually looked up who does the voices on this.
waypoint will tell you where you need to go, depending on what mission is currently active in your mission log.
Yeah, thanks for that, Claptrap. He does kind of bug me a little. That's why I like one of the DLCs. You get to shoot up a lot of Claptrap.
Thanks for opening her up again. The name's Sid. They don't let me cut on folks anymore since I lost my license, so now I keep the med vendors around here up and running. From the vendors, you
yeah.
can buy all the healing you could ever want from a real doc. Thankfully, without the fault is a myth, you'll get yourself killed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You had told me about that.
I keep the medical.
Said it was one of the best games you had ever played. Okay. Skag's at the gate. First and foremost, I want to switch my weapons out here. Let's see. Switch that for that. And I can't use that one yet. I'm gonna keep the... I'll keep the SMG for now. Yeah. Well, I mean, some storytellers, they have a way of getting to you in ways you never expected. My dad was like that. He had done some poetry and short stories and stuff, but nothing was ever published.
Now that we're done with all that, please follow me and I'll open the gate for you.
How about I go join you in a minute, Claptrap, just because I know there's other stuff I didn't get to. I know that this is one of the few games where it's a good idea to make sure that you check all the porta potties and toilets. Okay, just making sure. Unfortunately, my dad's book of poetry was still in Maine when I moved out here. I was only able to bring a suitcase and a backpack full of stuff. And unless my kids were able to get back there and rescue it, is there still one out here? Oh
the
no.
right choice. Oh,
'Cause
the poor little robot needs our help.
yeah, I'm hoping that the book was able to be rescued. If so,
That little robot is hurt.
then yeah, I've got three.
Why don't you look around for someone?
See, my oldest is starting his senior year in high school. My youngest, I believe, either just started high school or is in his second year. I hope so too. I know things weren't the best before, well, before everything kind of fell apart back home, but I'm just hoping they can understand that in order to be able to be better, be a better dad for them, I gotta kind of make sure that I get better first.
Am I leaking?
He seems to be okay. Now is the time to get
Because mental health is nothing to joke about. Well, I can't really say that. I mean, some people have a way of turning their issues around. I know I certainly do what I can. Crap. Yeah, these things are kind of scary. It's one of those things from Tremors. Or maybe a demo dog for those Stranger Things fans. Gotta be picking up all the make sure I pick up all the ammo and all the health, because I have no idea. Don't remember how quick I can get the shields. Yeah. Yeah, I got quite a few issues of my own that I'm having to deal with, but partly why I ended up starting to do all this stuff. After a car accident kind of messed things up here, it made reading and writing a lot more difficult than it used to be. And when reading and writing are kind of what you plan for your livelihood as your fallback, it gets it makes it very difficult. So when I saw Matt's Taldore guide on our coffee table, after having watched Critical Role for like non-stop for like a month due to, well, partly depression and other issues, I realized I actually could still bring my world to people. It would just take a lot of work, and since I had never played before, an intense amount of research, which isn't easy when you can't read properly. So I do my best, and I thank you for that compliment there. I know that I used to do school plays and I'd always work on that kind of thing. I enjoyed acting and all that, but strangely enough, my first chance I got, I left California just because I couldn't afford it. Ended up in Maine for quite a while, and I love Maine, but when you're broke, heating is really important. So, it's more of a trying to make up for some serious lost time. I wish I'd gotten into tabletop roleplay more back in high school. I had some of the Star Wars books, but again, I couldn't. Was having trouble with the rules. Now I can understand the rules really well. So, well, while the streams are wonderful, and I love being able to spend time hanging out here and chatting with people. What's the cost? $9.80. Getting that while I can. What's this? $2.45.
Thanks for the help. You ought to use the machine to sell some things you don't need.
There we go. That way I've got the better shield for when we hit level 4 and I can start using that sniper rifle. So that gets us that stuff. I mean, I certainly enjoy being able to spend time on here, but we are definitely more focused on...
People don't yet trust you. If you're going to ever find the vault, you'll need the aid of the people.
Okay.
The doctor said with his nine-toes problem is a good move.
Okay, good to know. But yeah, the streams are fun and all, but if I'm spending all my time, if we are spending all our time on stream, then we're not designing the tabletop stuff, and we're not getting other things done for all the folks out there. So it's trying to find that balance. I keep jumping when I don't mean to. Okay, I gotta go that way. Oh, I know this quest. Come on, guys, I need your help. Here, puppy, puppy, puppy. You coming? Yup.
Shoot 'em all!
Ah! Keep them busy dealing with those. Whoops. That's right. Keep them busy, boys. Whoops. There's a wall there. That's right. Line up. Yikes. Who are the voices on this? There's more? Wow, that was terrible. Betcha I'm not. That was a little... Yeah. Yeah. The pups end up getting so much easier as you get further along. Welcome, Patricia, over there on Facebook. This won't let me pick it up yet. Nope. Ooh, I love the snipers. Although, to be completely honest, I prefer fire or corrosive, depending on what I'm up against, if given the choice. I have a level 44 Lilith and a level 5 Mordecai on here so far. But I figured I could go ahead and restart. And then maybe someday, if someone happened to be on Steam and had the game, perhaps they could join us on stream. Entirely up to them, though. Take that. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I can run. Sorry if I keep forgetting to peek over at the chat window there. It's kind of weird having this set up and then not being able to see any of the chat on this side at all, which means I have to turn my head much further to be able to see everybody. Whoa.
I might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm here.
And let's see. Oh yeah, go meet TK Baja. Level 4, yes. Perfect. Whoops. Swapping that for that one. Wait, no. I want that one for that one. Pretty sure. 79? 63. Nope. I want that one because it's got more power. This is the first one right here, and then once we get through this, I figure at least as far as the main story, I mean, we do have all, I believe we have all the DLCs for it, but we do also have the pre-sequel thanks to someone just tonight, right before I started the stream. They were like, oh, I had mentioned that currently, as Borderlands 3 isn't officially out yet or anything. Hey. Oh no. I hate the midgets. They just sound so weird. Yeah, we have Borderlands 1 through 2 now. And that sounds so weird to say if you think about it. Just because I wanted to rip through the guy's garden. Hi, how you doing?
You? One more step and it'll be your last. You should
Yeah, we've got 1, the pre-sequel, and 2, currently. We also happen to have...
I've been looking for you. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. Just fine. All right?
Okay. Find his food. Got it. Will do. Z also plays Borderlands on... I believe it's on Steam. Believe he has at least 2. I know he has a pre-sequel because he's the one who gifted me a copy, thankfully. Z as in Z Slayer over on Critical Role Chat. Wonderful, wonderful human being. As like everybody over there is. Cast, crew, mods. I mean, it's just... It's crazy how that community has built. Oh yeah, I was supposed to like find something, wasn't I? Sitting here just wandering around killing skags and completely forgetting why we're here. Boo. Oh. Yeah, the critters over there are just so supportive, and there's always somebody in their chat, so if you need somebody to talk to, you can always run over there and be like, hey, I'm having a really bad day, or we just played a game of D&D and it was incredibly awesome and I gotta tell somebody. All of those kinds of things. Which is kind of why we do... The other reason why we do what we do here. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Whenever you start becoming popular, there's always going to be people stepping out of the woodwork and being problems. And that's unfortunate, but I know that Matt at least seems to take it in stride despite... Whew. That's better. Yeah, it's unfortunate that while there are those who realize that it's cooperation and understanding that helps keep us all together and keep things moving forward, and pretty much makes the world go round if you think about it. Then there's always going to be those who decide that's always helpful, I'm sure. I know that for us, we haven't had to worry about anything like that, at least not so far. but I'd like to try and take it mostly in stride. I mean, people aren't necessarily going to like my views or how I do things, but you know what? That actually, to me, says more about them than it does about me. So I'll just let them think about that. In the meantime, I feel that if we spend more times looking at the things we have in common and less at the things that separate us, maybe we'll have a bit less conflict and a lot more understanding. Yeah, it's kind of weird not having the little camera frame up on this side to see my webcam. He's like, where are you? Right here. Yeehaw. Well, hell. No, I can't use that. That's a Travis Willingham thing. Awesome. I can understand and respect that point of view, too. For us, I'm just not much of a... Whoops, I went the wrong way. As long as people are respectful to each other, then I'm pretty cool with hearing people out on what they have to say. Once you start attacking other people for whatever reason, well, then there's a problem. Let's see. Well, first of all, let's sell off some of these extras here. That one. That one. That's not the equipped one. Let's buy something better. Whoops. Buy something better. Let's see. I'm not big on shotguns, personally. Too dependent on close-up. But this, on the other hand, I'm not level 5 yet. What do you think, folks? The patrol SMG or the sniper? I'm kind of torn between the two. I mean, I know we're not level 5 yet, but we're probably pretty close. Yeah, that's exactly how I look at it. Yeah, and then some of the if you look at some of the guns in your inventory, they'll have little flavor text added to them. There is one somewhere hidden in this game. I can't remember where, but I will really want to find it again. But it's the Red Ryder, like, BB gun from what is that movie? A Christmas Story. And it's found right next to the lamp that's also from that movie. Let's see. Sniper, 72 damage. I think that's higher than what we have. Okay, let's compare first. That one with that one. Okay, well that should answer that real simple then. We pick up this one. We equip it, and we go ahead, well, we will equip it, and we'll go ahead and sell this one. That way we're not pulling a Skyrim thing. So yeah, I need... Oh, whoops, I was supposed to buy grenades too, huh? Yeah, that's right. No. That one. Okay. Make sure we have... Just in case we end up having to pick up a... Pulling a Skyrim, as in just loading your pack full of stuff and going, wait, I don't need this at all. I don't want to throw a grenade just yet. I don't want to blow somebody up. Yeah, because in Skyrim, there's a lot of inventory. In some cases, you can have issues with what's the term? Inventory organization. Especially as you're like going through dungeons and you're just picking up stuff and not really thinking about it, because the first thought is, hey, I can always sell this for more gold. Next thing you know, your pack is so full of stuff that... Patience, grasshopper. Patience. That was kind of funny. At least I thought it was funny. Whoops. Yeah, I'm a little odd. Don't mind me. I'm not used to that, having the scope on it yet. That's what threw me. I was like, wait, what?
Smells like off-worlder. How you liking our planet anyways?
There we go. Now to go after Nine Toes. Ish. We've been running for how long? We've got some time. I just gotta remember to, you know, stay hydrated. Right then, where are we headed now? Barricade is that way. Whee! Whee! They're like, what just happened? Whoops. Where'd you come from? Yay. Okay, so now we unlock the phase walk ability. Not sure which tree I'm going to go with yet, but we don't have to worry about that yet. Well, that was easy. Yup. I don't know. I think it would be interesting to... I'm the kind of player who, even with, like, Call of Duty, if you could build a character that is quite capable of just handling everything on their own, and then if there was a team that were all capable of that and trained to work as a team, then you could trust them to, when the party has to separate, to have to deal with stuff. Because their skills wouldn't necessarily be limited to your traditional class stuff. But maybe that's just me. Like, one of my favorite Call of Duty games is Ghosts, one of the few that doesn't have zombies as an option. And with that one, you build a squad and you go up against other people's squads, and all my guys are trained to run with the same loadout for everything, so they can handle both close quarter and long distance stuff, regardless of terrain or opponent or anything like that. Kind of makes it a little interesting. For me, it's always, if you can take them out before they can get anywhere near you, the better. I see no movement. There. What you up to, Hoss? I kind of rushed that shot. Ooh, there it is. There it is, Patricia, the single hit melee for... Hey, get back here. I need to hit you. Oh, because I was hitting the wrong button. Oh, whoops. Okay, maybe it isn't a one hit yet. Close, though. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Though I do like the whole open world sandbox kind of thing, because it lets you do things a little differently. Of course, the one downside to video games in general is you're always limited by the programming. Dag nabbit, he told everybody I was here. I mean, I'm sure the shot did that, but... I hope everyone has been having a good day, night, or whatever it may happen to be for you, time-wise. I know things for us around here have been a bit hectic and relatively busy. I don't know if I want to save those yet. Omnia vincit amor? Something about love? I don't know Latin. Let's see. Now we gotta go after Nine Toes. Let's bring y'all out to me. I missed? I hate when I miss. That was a reload issue. You coming? Where'd they go? Whee! Go to sleep. I hate these guys. Hey. Sit down.
You are about to face your first real challenge. I hope you've toughened up enough.
Bum bum bum. The first big bad. Oh, I don't have enough for it? No, I don't have enough for most of it. That's okay. We'll do alright. Hey. Stop moving. Punk. So far, clear. Oh, I wish you could do a tactical slide in this, though. Oh. Where? He threw off my concentration. As if I don't do that enough myself. As I'm sure folks watching may have noticed. This will be more of a playthrough, more because despite it being open world and me being able to branch off onto side quests and whatnot, it is still more of a... There's Nine Toes. I don't know why they feel the need to give us that information. If I can get him fast enough, then I won't have to worry about the skags much until after he's down. There we go. Ah. One down. Oh. Darn demo dog. There we go. Okay, admittedly, that was way too easy. I still haven't had to use a grenade yet, have I? Taking that. Oh yeah, his gun uses fire, I think. And Lilith is good with elemental weapons. What else is over here? Not a fan of those. But you can always sell them for ammo or better shields or cat food. Oh no, wrong game. Definitely equipping that one right away. I don't know. I think I've got plenty for now. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Okay, but before I do that, let's see. Any suggestions, folks? As far as which one of these to pick? Currently, we've got Diva, which increases the shield capacity. We've got Striking. Melee attacks can daze enemies, slowing them down. 20% chance to daze. Fire rate with all weapons is Quicksilver. Spark. Elemental effect chance. That's definitely a plus to have. Slayer. 5% critical hit damage. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between Spark and Slayer. If anyone has any suggestions as to either which one of those to go with, or if there's something else you think I should spend it on. No worries. Just trying to... my personal choices are between Spark and Slayer, but... damage? Yeah. Especially now that I've got that... I've got a decent sniper rifle. I mean, clearly it must be pretty... Oh, I didn't... No, those are still mostly going to be other stuff. I'm good with moving out of here. Can always come back and loot it again. True. True. Damage usually is your best bet. However, yeah, mostly because I think the only elemental weapon we have right now is... Let's see... the Clipper. Even that isn't really doing a whole lot of damage at a time. So yeah, going damage rather than elemental is the better choice, particularly at the moment.
That was the first step on your journey.
That was a simple step on my journey.
Who I am is not important. The first thing you must know, the vault is real. People will mislead you. They will try to use you. Do not be swayed in your purpose. The vault is here. You will find it.
I got stuck.
The world is full of dangers. Steel yourself for good.
Down here? Where? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, sick. That was a tad stressful. I realized last second that I had backed right down into another group of them. Yeah, that one shot, one kill was pretty good. I'm not messing with that stuff until this is turned in. Okay. Let's see. Time check. I think I completely forgot this was here. I can wait till I turn this stuff in and check to see what else is available. Not sure just how many folks are watching, but everyone's welcome. I know that we are streaming directly to, well, as I like to put it, we're streaming directly to UTwitFace, because it's to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook all simultaneously. And as much as we love how things have turned out here on Twitch so far, especially considering how short a period of time we've... Hey. Stop that. That's better. Heh. Completely forgot about that. Lost track of what I was saying, too. My apologies, folks. My brain has been addled quite a bit, and long days have a tendency to cause my mind, my thoughts to drift a little more than they might ordinarily. I even forgot where the heck I was supposed to be going. Hi. Bye. Here, catch. Whoa. That one just kind of blew up. I guess I kind of prefer... Okay, I'm going to be needing to take a break here. Let me turn this in real quick. Earlier I was watching Miss Adika playing Mortal Kombat 9 on the PS3. And she was fighting against Stryker, which I thought was particularly funny because Stryker is voiced by Matt Mercer. And she'd hit him and I'd be like, sorry, Matt. I'm not going for him just yet. Did we go up another level already? Really? Let's max that out before we worry about anything else just yet. I don't remember exactly how many skill points you can get, but I'd have no problem mixing it up so I have as much of those as I possibly can. Return to Zed. Once we're back here at Zed's little shop, I'm going to take a short break for about 10 minutes or so. Troy Baker or Nolan North or D. Bradley Baker. Frank Welker, that's another big name. Although he's more of the old school crowd, like Rob Paulson and them, who are still amazing at what they do. Okay, we have that all set up. We have that all set up. That way we've got a few choices as to what we can do when I get back. Yeah, one of the great podcasts and video series on YouTube as well, although you don't get as much information on the YouTube one. But a great podcast to take a look at is called Talkin' Tunes with Rob Paulson. Yep, that's the one. Unfortunately, their YouTube videos, except for I believe the most recent one, is okay. I'm gonna pop that up just like that first. Then we're gonna go here before I go on break real quick. Yeah, the GNS Talkin' Tunes Nerdist videos that are up on YouTube, a lot of those are just like the last hour of the podcast that he did. And for that particular podcast, or not necessarily the last hour, but like the last segment that he would have on the show, which would be he would call in, he'd have guests who are all voice actors, and they would sit down and they would do a cold read of some script that they were not connected to. One of my personal favorites is Kevin Conroy as the head of the Knights of Ni from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. If you haven't seen that, Swift, you should check that one out. That one is just absolutely hilarious. Another great one is Tommy Pickles from Rugrats as Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men. That one is hilarious. There are some amazing performances on that, and some great voice actors as well. And hearing Matthew Mercer read as Galadriel from Lord of the Rings, but he reads it as McCree from Overwatch. It's high noon. Yeah, I can understand why Matt would get sick of that. I really do. At least they're not asking him to say busted all the time, like on Mortal Kombat 9. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick break here, folks. Thank you for joining us so far. I will try and keep this as quick as I possibly can. However, also keep in mind that due to the roommate's schedule, not Miss Adika, but our other roommate, due to his schedule, we still haven't had dinner yet either. So this may be cut short due to, some necessary food. But other than that, I will try and be as quick as I can, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun, and I love being able to sit here and talk about things that don't necessarily have anything to do with the game on the screen. Whether it's books or movies or television shows. However, just to warn you, we don't have like cable or anything. No, I have not seen the cast of Overwatch playing online. I know Overwatch best from watching Chewy over at the Mana Pool play. On their free weekends, I jump in because that's an expensive game and I can't afford that. Though, I would, given the chance, I would love to be able to eventually pick up the Call of Duty games to run on some of these, just because I tend to play it a bit differently, apparently. That would be greatly appreciated. Either drop it to me in a whisper, or when I get back, ask for permission for the link. And remember, folks, if you're over on YouTube or if you are over on Facebook, you are more than welcome to come over and join us on twitch.tv/wolvesdengames. It's free. And with our particular channel, there's no subscriptions or anything. It's just kicking back and relaxing. And all of our previous videos should still be up for the public. I don't think any of them have been dropped from there, to my knowledge. Anyway, I will be back as quick as I can, and I hope you guys are having a good time. And for anybody just joining us, if that's the case, I apologize for me going to break just now, but I will be back quickly. As quick as possible, at least. Anyway, see you guys soon. They've walked you through Horizon Zero Dawn, through The Last of Us, and through For Honor. This summer, one man, one horde, one motorcycle, many, many locations with an open world map, and one very large arsenal. When the dust settles at the end of the day, who will remain standing? Will it be Deacon St. John? Or those he stands against? Find out for yourself at twitch.tv/wildwolfgaming1. Stay wild, everyone. In the video game streaming system, the viewers are represented by two distinct groups: the gamers who provide walkthroughs and compete for wins, and the entertainers who provide nonsense and fun. These are the games of the Insomnia Squad. Doink Doink by Mike Post. Come to twitch.tv/wolvesdengames and click the follow button. That way you will be notified for further games by the Insomnia Squad. Sorry about that, folks. I'm not sure why it black screened like that for that. But welcome back. I hope I wasn't too long. Crap. Actually, give me 1 second to take care of something real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. And I wanted to make sure that link was shared, because everybody should be able to see Matt dance. Okay. Oh, we gotta go back to TK Baja. Damn. I know, I shouldn't do that, but he's a robot. Or as Pops would say on the Goldbergs, he's a robot. I think that's a show that we particularly like. It reminds us a lot of the 80s, and being children of the 80s, Miss Adika and I are kind of fond of the nostalgia that comes from that. Well, that was done. Okay, now what we can do at this point is we'll take a look at our quests here, because with this one you kind of need the quests in order to get your levels up. Right now the vehicle might be a good idea, because it'll make traveling from place to place a lot easier. Yeah, DM could stand for so many different things. Okay. That's still saying here, and I am here. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do here. I mean, I know I'm supposed to find some part or whatnot, but... Okay. What a bonehead. Level 10. Okay, so that means... Let's go for this one, because right now we're not high enough for those. So we'll go with this one first. Just because if we take on too high a difficulty, then we're just asking for more trouble than it's worth. I mean, someday I do hope to actually meet them over there. Not necessarily like on set or anything, but I'd be happy with just being able to make it to a con eventually. How you doing? It's like Percy with bad news. Sorry about the tickle in the throat, folks. It's more annoying than anything else, but... it's kind of the main reason why I tend to drink coffee most of the time. Hey, that's a good tip to have. Where? Hang on 1 second. While it's between bits here. Wow, these loading screens are a bit of a pain, aren't they? Oh, 1 more second, folks. Okay. Where? Okay. 1, I gotta set that so that it doesn't show the cursor, because that kind of bugs me when I'm trying to play a game. I don't know if it bugs you guys, but it certainly bugs me. Do I have enough? I should have enough. Oh. SMG. Grenade. Wow. That's awesome. Let's see, I think the closest I ever came was a good friend of mine met Stephen King once. Quick charge unyielding. Compare. No. Dead even. Okay. So the one I'm not using. Sell that one. Sell that one. I'll hold on to those. I would have loved to have been able to meet Stephen King personally, especially if I could have gotten my copy of... Huh. For additional evidence and... Oh. So, we'll find those too. Actually, those might help us level up a little bit in order to further get the other ones taken care of. I am just walking blindly into this, aren't I? Don't do that. That's a bad idea, Kier. Come on. Wow, I think that's the best I've done with my sniper rifle in a while. Back off. It's like Eddie Izzard with the bees. Back off, back off, back off. That was actually way easier than I was expecting. Maybe I've had too much time playing Call of Duty or something. Yeah. Although I have to admit, I was terrified of the whole Walter doing alright, alright, alright. Just 'cause, I mean, it's Walter. Also known as Randall Flagg. I think. Pretty sure. Which, if anybody recalls, Randall Flagg was from The Stand. Actually, they still have the TV show planned. It was intended to work together. One being about Roland as he was growing up, and the film about as an adult. But considering most of The Dark Tower is not about his time in Crescia, then yeah. Walter's also mentioned crap. Walter also is the magician in Eyes of the Dragon. I can't remember if he goes by Flag in that or not. Yeah, if you look at any recent printings of King's work, crap. If you look at recent printings of King's work, any titles shown in bold print are Dark Tower titles. Whether they are official, one of the official 8 or not. And that's where you start noticing things like Storm of the Century and It. Trying to think of what else. Offhand, I have a tendency to zone when it comes to the titles because there's like 29 or 30 now that are all Dark Tower. Okay, that buys me a little time. Yeah, I spent a long time studying Dark Tower. That whole... Well, as I've mentioned before, get off me. It was a line from The Gunslinger that inspired me to start writing in the first place. I won't spoil anything from the book, but I will mention the line, which is, "Go then, there are other worlds than these." And that started me thinking. And through that, Tolkien, Dragonlance, as far as guilty pleasures reading, mine would be the Endworld series by David Eddings. I think his name is. I hope I didn't just mess that name up. Hey. Stop that. Bad racks. Get off me. Like I said, get off me. Give me 1 second when I'm not being overrun. Yeah, lately the one stuck in my head has been Warren Zevon's Werewolves of London, because I love that howl. Whoops, I did that wrong. Sorry. Whoops, I need an @ in there. There you go. Okay, so I am so glad there's no fall damage, because that would have sucked. Boo. Boo. That was easy. Howdy, Allie. Ah! Over there on Facebook. I was like, shut up. So it did. I got that one in midair. That was kind of cool. Actually, it is multiplayer. The problem is we've only got the one copy on Steam. Otherwise, the two of us could play. I mean, if we had the, give me a second. What is that thing called? The card thing. Oh, I should have actually set that as the shield. Yeah, anybody who knows streaming knows what I'm talking about. The card that connects things. Yeah. Well, I mean, we now have 1 through 2, which still sounds weird, but considering there's the pre-sequel. 1 through 2. That's funny. Where's the other? It's over there. Here. Yeah, capture card. Thank you. That was going to drive me nuts and give me a serious migraine. If we could get a capture card, then we could play everything we've got on the PS3. And well, I certainly wouldn't mind showcasing the two of us on COD a bit, whether it's zombies or not. Stay down. Couldn't tell if there was another one over there or not. I am so glad you had brought up the proper name for me, because when my brain cross wires like that, it actually becomes rather painful. So when a name or something gets caught, it's more than just an annoyance. If that helps any. Whoa. Whoops. Catch. Hey, Murph. I think I'll take what's behind door number 2. Thanks. I know I have a really weird sense of humor. Don't mind me. At least I remembered the right button to throw grenades. Lilith smash. Wait. Okay, we're gonna have to go around this way. That one's decent. Honestly, I would love to go with the Universe song by the Animaniacs, but I don't know all the words all that well. I do know the alternate ending to that particular song, however, which is kind of a trip. Catch. Me just throwing grenades behind me. Yeah, that's the strategy I tend to implement often for dealing with zombies on Call of Duty. Run, get them all chasing you, and then just start throwing grenades at your feet. And I'm sorry if it's a little wonky as far as the, I probably shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. I need to go that way. Oh, I loved Gargoyles. I loved that show. Especially when they started getting heavily into the Celtic and Arthurian mythologies and tying those together in some very interesting ways. That was a brilliantly done show. Also kind of funny that so many of the voice actors went straight from Star Trek Next Generation directly into Gargoyles. Huh. Sure, why not? 2 quests at one time? How did I miss? Hey. Where'd he go? Whoops. That was my last grenade. Uh-oh. No. Forget I'm here. Yeah. You're nothing. Whoops. Would help if I could aim. Just turn and fire, not even paying attention to where the target even is. Right down Main Street. That grenade could have helped a minute ago when I wasn't throwing them in the wrong direction. Actually, ground beef if possible. Miss Adika there. I mean, the chicken's nice, but I kind of prefer the old school classic. I'm weird that way. I do find it funny that we got 2 quests done at once. Will you stop spitting at me? That's gross. Stop it. Yeah, I would love to see that come back. Goliath was Keith David, right? Or David Keith. I always get those two mixed up with their names. And yes, that actually is two different actors for those out there who may not know that. No, no guacamole. I may be from California, but that was never my thing. Take it, 'cause sniper. I will... Whoops, wrong button. Can get both of those turned in right away. Okay. And we got the level up. So let's go here. Until I have a fire, electric, or what's the other one? Or corrosive sniper rifle. Keith David, thank you. Granted, it's not as bad as the capture card one. Okay, enjoy. Stay safe. Just 'cause you were too loud. I gotta admit, whoever does the voice for Lilith, I love her laugh. Hey, where... Let's see. And this is what, a fast travel? Yeah, that's a fast travel. I don't need the fast travel just yet. And we turn in these so we can get some monies. Keith David was awesome. Michael Dorn was great as Cold Stone. Puck was amazing. Voiced by Brent Spiner. Although, let's see, I think my favorite role I've ever seen Brent Spiner in is the guys from Night Court. When he was on Night Court, that's absolutely my favorite appearance of his. They always had such a horrible story to tell, and yet they were still positive about it. But of course, there was the comic over-exaggeration, where they really over-exaggerated. And we find out they're not actually from the Midwest or whatever. They're from Guatemala or someplace. It's like, wait, what? Okay, you know what? You want to knock me down? Fine. Come get me. There we go. Wait, am I going the right? Yeah, I'm going the right way. Yeah, Night Court was a great show. Harry Anderson. Whoops. I gotta stop jumping. Let's see, as far as comics go, I think the most recent one I read is the Sunstone series by... No, I'm not even going to attempt it because that's a name I don't want to butcher. But the writing for that is absolutely incredible. The characters are extremely realistic and believable. And it's just, I don't know how else to put it. Wait, we're not going after Bonehead yet. I'm on the wrong quest. section. I knew we had to go back to TK.
Come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
I'm envious. He dances better than I do. My favorite, like, graphic novel, because that would have to be, like, the complete mix of... Get off me, peoples. Get off my lawn. You first. Original storytelling podcast? Huh. I am not sure. I don't know if I've actually listened to a storytelling podcast. For the most part, the only real podcast I paid a whole lot of attention to were The Manipool and Monday Night Magic. Both hosted by Chewy over at the Manipool channel. He's they're a cool bunch of guys, and they have the Monday Night Magic show is all about tournaments and that sort of thing, but their other one is entirely about casual magic, which is more the way I play. And they've got some really amazing things that they've done, including a show called a brief little game show they've done at least 2 episodes of, called Exiled, where, let's see, you're given 3 cards. You're allowed to choose one card that nobody else in the group, in none of the other contestants are allowed to use, and you build a 60 card deck with whatever restrictions might be added. Episode 400 of the Manipool was one of those Exiled episodes, and if we can, maybe with their help or at least assistance, maybe we could do something like that for a Monday show every once in a while, because some of the innovations that come out of those are insane. I've heard of the Adventure Zone. I just haven't really had the time to listen as yet. Partly due to, well, with all the work we're doing, I have with my brain issues, I have a tendency to get distracted if it's something I haven't paid attention to before. I might take a listen to that during when headed to bed, though. Most of the audiobooks I have, which is pretty much the only way I can read nowadays, most of the audiobooks I have, I've listened to so many times that I know the stories far too well. Although, if you're interested in some rather wacky storytelling, you should take a look at, oh, who is it? Robert Asprin is the writer, and he writes a what does this one do? 60, 77. That's better. Okay. 59. Okay. Sorry, just checking a few things out real quick before. Robert Asprin does a series called... I like that, but that's pricey as hell. And I'm not level 10 yet. Okay, first, let's see how much we can get throwing these in there. Keeping those, because those are, well, equipped. Might be worth having by the time we get level 10, especially up against that one dude. So we'll go with that for now. Can't afford it. But yeah, Robert Asprin's series, Myth Inc., I think. The Myth Adventures series, MYTH. Yeah. It's about this thief named Skeeve who is taught, who starts learning how to be a magician. And then his whoa, where'd they come from? They weren't invited. Get off my plane of existence. Yeah, I know, bad pun. I just kind of drew everybody at me at once. And then backed right into another group. That was crazy. Don't do that, Kier. It's bad for your health. So now we'll give it a minute to heal up, because I do get healing from that shield. Yeah, Skeeve's teacher, I guess you'd call him, a guy by the name of Garkin, is, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Summons a demon just to show what he can do. Definitely a good shot. Enjoy. They can be quite funny, especially when you add the... they have a tendency to add quotes from people that it's pretty clear those people never said them. Thank you for joining us. I know that I certainly enjoy being able to bring some entertainment to various folks. And dinner's probably on the way back currently. I would have gone, but I was on stream, so I'll get some food and, well, I'll be here right up until it gets here. And then I'm going to go ahead and call the stream at that point. Let's see. Whoops. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Looks like it's all of them. Yeah, I will definitely get some food as soon as it gets here. Yeah, we will usually be streaming every day if possible, unless something comes up. And if it's not, I mean, we've got our regular shows and we try to keep those every day. Insomnia Squad like this tends to be a little on and off because we're not exactly sure when we'll be up or what exactly is going on in terms of particular things with us. Did I just... Wow. Ah. I certainly do my best. We are, after all, more about entertainment than anything else. I mean, we certainly don't take our games too seriously. Because, after all, they're games. They should be fun. The only games we really have a tendency to take seriously are the ones we're making. Because, well, we want to try and make sure they're as interesting and fun for the players as possible. That also means having to play a lot of games, and granted, ours is more tabletop-y, but it doesn't mean that something like this couldn't inspire something more tabletop than digital. And in the meantime, we can get a little stress relief, have a little fun, and spend time talking to folks about the things that interest them. Whether it brightens your day or annoys the crap out of you, we always try to have somebody here to say hello and help relieve some of that stress and worry, if only to give you something to lean on. Yeah. I would love to do a Trivial Pursuit stream. And I am out of... I probably should have gotten more grenades before I went after more skags. That's perfect. Granted, if we had like an actual store, full-on proper studio or something, then we could do something like that and bring in outside guests and yeah, yeah. I understand that, but I think it'd be kind of cool if we could do the kind of thing where people could come in and if they wanted to do something along the lines of, hey, I want to join this particular game that's being done on a stream, and if not, then I'd like to be able to play or learn how to play this other game. I backed myself into a corner again. Good job, Kier. Get off me. Get off me. Get... Really? Whee! Okay. Okay, this time, I think I'm gonna actually have to let that health get up there a bit first. Ooh, revolvers. Oh, wow. I would have loved to have gone to that. I know that eventually we hope to make it to Gen Con, and fingers crossed, Comic Con. But our view is less as going as a guest to getting booth space. That's what we're really hoping for. And with what we have in the works currently regarding products and projects, whoa. Uh-oh. 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 This could be trouble. Yep, this is trouble. It's a long way back to have to go. Oh. Let's not forget this. I can't afford it? Wait, what guns do I have? It's like, we'll just do this. Wait, I don't have any money? What are you talking about? Don't know. Keeping that. Keeping those. all the ammo I can get. There we go. Yeehaw. You too, Swift. Pleasant dreams. Have a good one. I'm going to try and finish out this one quest, and I'll leave it at that. In the meantime, I hope everybody's kind of enjoying themselves if you're still here. I'm going to go back to my old school way of thinking when it comes to some of these Borderlands quests. If you sprint... Ooh, I'd missed one. Good thing I did come back. Hey. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I almost had him. If he hadn't caught me by surprise. That's okay though. It happens. That's what I get for making the mistake of just not realizing where I was. I'm suddenly reminded of Ra's al Ghul. Whoops. Is that a second one I'd missed? Apparently it is. Wow. Must be a little tired, folks. I apologize for that. Where'd he go? There we go. Yay for glitches. That was being far more problematic than it should have been. Okay. Here I go again on my own. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, don't mind me. I know I should not be singing. But every so often you get that cue that gets just stuck in your head, you know? And you're just like, this is my jam, yo. And I know because we haven't gotten any jelly lately. Almost done. Yeah. Wee. Wait. I think I always try to get up there and I never make it. I mean, come on. It looks like there's something up there. And yet, all I can do is look, apparently. Ain't no power in the verse can stop me. Not sure if anybody's familiar with that particular phrase. More grenades. Yep, that's it. Keep screaming at me. Well, I can't say she's wrong. I mean, clearly she is very good at this. Probably go with that one next. Actually, straight down that to that. Yeah, those would be helpful. What's this one? Corrosive damage to melee. Resistance 2. Boom. Boom. Okay, I think I know where I'm gonna go with this build. But just a thought. Now we run all the way back here. And once I get this turned in, we will follow up next time. Uh-oh. Nope. They didn't see me. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna run back to get these turned in. and then I will head to Dr. Zed so that everything's all saved and properly set there. And then we'll go ahead and call it there so I can get some dinner. Those things just explode at this point. Ow. But then again, they are demo dogs. Or, Tremors? If that's more your style. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Back off. Whee! So yeah, I will... Wait, I gotta take this to TK, I believe. So we'll run this up to TK, turn this in. Go back to Firestone for a quick save. And then we'll call it here. And follow up. Moving for level 11 for the next one. And that way we'll be all set to stop moving. That was my bad. That was horrible. And that was me rushing my shot. I really got to be careful about rushing my shots. However, if anybody does happen to have Borderlands 1, I am still trying to get the Underdome completed, and trying to do that by yourself is, well, to be completely honest, an absolute pain in the ass.
Is there something you need?
Yeah, I need a good safe spot to save it. Okay. So, what in the world? Oh, because I was probably hitting the wrong one. So, we're going to go ahead and call it there. Thank you all for joining us. I hope that we were at least somewhat entertaining. For the most part, we're just trying to kill some stress and spend some time with you folks out here in on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook, and find out what you guys like to play, what you guys what do we have in common as people. I mean, whatever movies or shows or whatnot. Those are the things that will help strengthen our communities, and that kind of cooperation and a little friendly competition helps build that community strength. And with the right community, you have support that you can lean on during the hard times, and you've got people who will celebrate with you for the good times. Community strength is extremely important, particularly to us, because family is more than just bloodlines, you know? Family are the people who stand by you when things are tough. And that's not always only your relatives. So, once again, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, folks, cooperation, competition, community. And until next time, bye for now. Thank you all for joining us. Please give us a follow on twitch.tv/awolvesdengames. Long days and pleasant nights. Jate ka nade, or good night everyone.